input ready. So I am going to give this particular variable here so that whenever user runs this report, now he will get a selection screen asking for the month information. Fashion RSRT. So execute. You see, I am getting a selection screen asking for the month. This month value is filling, from buffer. So like this, I will get the screen. So now, for example, user is giving 03.2022 and click on execute button. So what will happen at this point of time? I am getting data from 03 for 03 only, but the required output here is January to March, 01.2022 to 03.2022. So how I am going to get that? So I need to pass a interval also as a input to this selection to the backend. As it is a single value, that's why it is bringing single month information. If I provide a range here, then it will bring the range information to my output. So how to provide this range? Now we are going to create one more variable here, new variable, to derive the customer range from the customer exit. So 0 cal month underscore. Now whatever I am going to create variable, it must be optional, because the variable which I am going to create and place here, it is not visible to the customer. Very important thing, because user wants only one variable to provide single month, and the other range we are going to derive from the backend. For that reason, the variable which I am going to create now is not ready for input. That's why it is optional, and then interval, and then exit 0 IE 01. Okay, calendar, year or month. Okay, month range, because anyway this particular exit, you can write exit or something like that, or you can keep it like this, because if the naming convention is properly given, then whatever description you are giving, not a matter, we can give like this. But you can write here exit variable, so you can, since this particular variable doesn't YTD, simply write here YTD. Okay, so processing by, it's not manual input, it's a customer exit, and then it's a variable, it's not single value, interval. Okay, on 0 cal month, click on finish. Important is remove this input ready, and optional is correct. Save. So why I am doing this one? So if I keep this particular field now variable in my report, there is YTD. If I keep this variable here, so you see under my 0 cal month variable, I am keeping two variables, one with the mandatory single value input ready, other with optional interval exit not input ready. So even though I am keeping two variables, at the end, if you go to general tab and see this variable order, you see only one variable, because only one variable was enabled for input ready. Okay, it's important, that's why stressing multiple times. You need to fill this particular variable from the backend. So I'm going to create an implementation for this. But the important thing here is this particular yeah, let's create a different implementation for this one. Okay, you can use this one, but because because of the filter problem, it is differently, but let's create a new implementation. Create BaDI implementation, create a new, go for this one. So what was the variable name? Now I created OI01. So give this one here, and implementation, enhancement, implementation for this variable. Click on OK button. It will create the implementation, save in the local object. Now select your OIE and then click on the tick button. Remember the sequence. It is it must follow the same sequence. G BaDI BI underscore this one, and BaDI. For text is up to you, whatever you want, and then GCL, for since it is class, provide GCL and then OIE variable name. I'm making it also like this only. So next filter value, I'm going to keep this cal month info object, because the filter type is of info object, I am giving it as 0 cal month. If it is a variable there, then definitely I will provide the variable name as a filter here. I'm going to implementation class. In the implementation class, edit, activate. So I'm not writing anything as of now. I'm keeping a breakpoint here just to show you one important point. Okay, I'm keeping breakpoint here. So now this is a, I will execute my report now and see whether this report is coming to my breakpoint or not. And remember now it is the variable which, what is the go to one second, I step. Because why this BaDI call now? If you see, I go here and I underscore step. Currently, this BaDI was called with I step 1, but my requirement is to write that BaDI exit under logic under I step 2. Okay, so I am clicking on execute button since I'm in I step 1 only. So yeah, selection screen came. Now I am going to give here 04.2022. So on the selection screen 04.2022 I am giving here and clicking on OK button. Now you see we are in I step 2. Because based upon the input what given by user, we need to derive the interval. So that's why we need to write our logic under I step 2 only. So if you see this CT range, C underscore T underscore range table here. Why it is not yet filled? Not CT range, sorry, not CT range, it is another table. 1 minute. What is that? IT var range. So if you go to IT var range table, in the IT var range table, you can identify this particular, cal month. Whatever input given by user is available under this IT var range table. Okay, you see under this IT var range table, there is a variable MSI01 and under this variable, there is a value given by 2022-04, which is the value which I given. So now using this particular value, I am going to derive the range from January of 2022 to January, 4th month of 2022. If it is 2021, then I will derive January 2021 to 4th month of 2021. Okay, like that. So now that's why we need to read this ID var range table, extract the month information given by user and derive your interval. Okay, that's what we are going to do now. So now let's implement the logic accordingly. So go to your BaDI. So I am writing here this if condition, if I underscore variable name, if my variable is this one and if my variable name is this one, I am going to implement below logic. Okay, so what logic I am going to write? Case statement. So case also case I underscore step. So on I step 1 I am not going to perform anything. Only on I step 2 I am going to implement the logic which I am going to write now. So that's why when I step 2. So on I step 2 what I need to do? First of all I need to read the table. Right, read table. Which table I need to read? If you go to signature, then you can see the table name here, IT var range. Read table I underscore T underscore var range into. I need to read into work area, right? So for that reason, what I need to do here, using our inline operating also, you can do into data ls underscore var range. Okay, so which record you want to read with the key? What was the field name here with the key? I underscore variable name is equal to. So you want to read the value which is provided under the variable 0 cal month MSI01. Okay, you want the value which is given for the variable 0 cal month MIC01. That's what you want to put this here. Okay, if size sub RC, if you found this variable, if size sub RC is equal to 0, then what you are going to do, what simple here the logic we need to identify. So on the variable which is nothing but this variable, if I am giving 03.2022, I am going to derive my variable. So what is my variable? 0 cal month OIE01, this variable with this range. The first one is low, the second one is high. So on the high, I am going to keep the value which is given on the selection screen. So for that reason, what I am going to do, I need one this one also, data ls underscore range, like line of c underscore t underscore range. Okay, so what I need to do, ls underscore range high is equal to ls underscore var range low. On because it is a single value, 0 cal month MIC01 is a single value. On the low, I will get this value, and this value I am going to assign high as a high value to this OI01. That's what I did. And before that, we need to update the sign and this one, right? So sign is equal to include ls underscore range option is equal to, now this time it is between, bt is nothing but between, because we are going to provide interval here. Okay, and ls underscore range underscore low. So what to give low now? This is the question. Okay, what will be the low? January of the given year, whatever year they are giving. For example, if they are giving 2021, I must derive January 2021 till 03/2021. Okay, not from the current date. Remember, here we need to derive the year from the value given from the user input. Okay, so for that reason, what I need to do, I must need one variable lv underscore cal month of 6 type C. Why I given here cal month? You can use this particular thing, but just to make more clear here, so lv underscore cal month is equal to the value which is given in the input by user. Just copy this one into here and derive year from this one. Okay, lv underscore year of 4 type C. Okay, so how to get year? From month first characters, lv year is equal to lv underscore cal month of 4. So you can derive year from this directly. You can, from here also you can derive the month. Here I need to provide 6. Here I need to provide. So it's okay. We can derive directly from here also. The first 4 characters year comes. Now, yeah, let's derive like this only then. So cal month of 4, control X, control V. So the first 4 characters we are getting year information. Then what I am going to do, I am going to concatenate January month for this year. Okay, so concatenate lv underscore year and 01 month into lv underscore cal month. Okay, and I am passing this cal month to this low. So we derived the January month of the year given by user, and then we are passing high to the the given month is high to the our interval. So pretty printer check active. 1 second. My variable name I underscore. So lt var range. Name. It's saying it nothing is there. Mm. With the key. 1 second. Save this one. Double click on IT var range. You go here. Let's see what is the name of the field here. It's a vname only, not I underscore vname. It's simply vname. Okay, then activate this one. Activated. Now keep breakpoint here and understand how exactly it is working. Okay, not this one. Keep external breakpoint and go to RSRT. Execute your query. It won't stop on the initial on your query because we given the breakpoint in I step 2. So I am giving here February 2022. Okay, and clicking on OK button. Then now it will stop in my breakpoint because I kept this breakpoint when I step is equal to 2. So you see by now the variable which it is called is OA01, and by this time IT var range contains 2 records. In these 2 records, the first variable MSA01 contains the input which I given on the selection screen. Now I am going to read this particular table into work area, to get. So if I see in the ls var range, now I can get the record value which I given here. Now I am deriving the year from this particular one. You see year is 2022. I am concatenating 01 to this year and storing under cal month information. You see cal month contains January 2021, and then I am updating this ls. Oh, I forgot to write append statement here. You see append statement is missing here. Okay, so that's why still you got only 1 month information here. So let me go back and write that append statement. Append ls underscore range to c underscore t underscore range. Activate. I removed the breakpoint. Now I am trying to um, 1 second, sorry. I'm executing my query. So I given the selection as February and I'm executing my report. You see, I got data for 2 months, January and February. So for example, if I execute, this report for March or April, 4th month, execute. I got data from January to, March, April, 4 months, year to date. Whatever month you give, it will bring data from that January to here. But point here, you must have data in the backend for the previous months. Okay, or else it won't show here. That's it. So this is YTD. So here today we learned about how to create a customer exit in BW4HANA for a normal simple single value variables, and to how to derive YTD using the customer exit variable. Okay, that's all for today. I'm stopping.